All right, welcome in. I want you to like and subscribe over here. Also, you can catch me, Bill Colarulo, Savannah Keller on Unfiltered 2 to 6, Monday through Friday on 97.5 The Fanatic, 97.5thefanatic.com, and NBC Sports Philadelphia. Now, this is Ricky Reacts. I'm here with Dylan McKinnon. I don't know these questions. I don't know if I'm going to know the answer. I will tell you this much. If I don't know the answer, I'm going to answer it anyways. Even if it's wrong, make a fool out of myself, I don't care. But Dylan's going to ask questions. He's going to kick us off. Here we go.
Okay, first question. We saw Kirkland's bad mistake in Game 4. What is the worst single play you've ever seen in sports?
Ever seen?
Yeah.
It's got to be Bill Buckner against the New York Mets. And the reason why I say that is, think about this for a second. It was a dribbling ground ball to first base. He picks it up. Game's over. World Series goes to the Red Sox, 1986. And instead it dribbles under his legs. The Mets score. Next thing you know, Mets are World Series champs a game later. So I just think, you know what, demoralizing for a fan base, demoralizing for him, embarrassing for him. And for a lot of guys losing a ring that day, I think that definitely that's rough. I will say this much. Don't remember who the Dallas Cowboy was. I believe it was on Thanksgiving in the snow in Dallas. And Dallas, there was a block kick or something, and Dallas would have won the game. I don't remember who the
Leon Lett?
Leon Lett. The Leon Lett play. And all they had to do was not touch the football, and they win the game. He goes in and tries to recover it. It squirts out, and I believe it was the Dolphins.
Yeah.
And the other team wins the game. I think that's pretty embarrassing too. The other thing is you want to get on a Ryan Kirkering fine for one play. How many football players lately drop the ball before going into the end zone?
Leon Lett has done that.
Yes, Leon. Oh yeah, he got it stripped in the Super Bowl by the Don Beebe, I believe it was. Yep, you're absolutely right. Yeah, so a lot of embarrassing plays, to be honest with you.
I once saw the Rutgers quarterback spike the ball on fourth down trying to stop the clock.
Yeah, that happens. That's you know what that is? That's kind of what happened to Kirkering. His mind started speeding up, not thinking about the situation. Instead, you know what? You make a desperate play and it doesn't work.
Okay. As a player,
of course, you go to the Rutgers quarterback.
Right. I was on the call for that. I witnessed.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Oh God.
As a player, how do you bounce back from making a mistake like that? Is it as simple as just
it could
moving
not?
on?
Let me put it this way: it could not happen at a worse time. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you that this is going to be easy for him because I don't think it is. I mean, I saw an interview with him after the game, and he's devastated. And the problem is it's such a routine thing that if you're practicing every single night, if you practice that every day, which instead of going on your phone in the clubhouse or playing video games in the clubhouse, go out and take some ground balls or take some PFPs. Ask the coach to do it. That's what they're there for. And to me, if you do that, I think the muscle memory just takes over. In that situation, his mind went over everything else. And I don't know. He's got months to think about this. I mean, he's going to go home to his friends. You don't think his friends are going to kind of jab at him for that? And if they don't, they're certainly going to ask him about it at some point. It's just a rough burden to carry for 4 or 5 months until spring training comes back. But I mean, he's going to get over it at some point, hopefully.
That was a rough night overall for Philly sports fans the other night.
Sucked.
Do you think that was the worst night in Philly sports history? Is there anything you can think of that topped that?
On a single night?
Yeah.
Let's see. The Phillies get knocked out of the playoffs. I would say that's pretty big. With aspirations of going to a World Series. I would say that's huge. The Flyers losing, it was the opener. It's against the Panthers. That doesn't surprise me, but it was kind of milked in with everybody else. And then you go to the Giants literally just getting their asses handed to them from the Giants. I'd be hard pressed to say there was a worse night in Philadelphia sports. I think that was pretty bad. I was literally in a studio where we had all the analysts from 3 different sports. It was not a fun night. it actually had its moments where everybody was feeling pretty good about things, and then it had a large slide going straight downhill for everybody. So, yeah, I don't find it very amusing.
Okay, we're gonna do some stay or go quick fire with the Phillies. Kyle Schwarber.
Stay. They need the RBIs. They need the home runs. Need him to stay. If he were to go, I think the Phillies would go downhill. It would be a step backwards.
JT Realmuto.
Has to stay. I think, to be honest with you, I'll go number one priority in my eyes. I think he's a guy that can handle the pitching staff. You saw what he did in the playoffs. He wasn't the problem. And I mean, I know he's getting older, but if you can get a 2-year deal done, I think that would be the best way to keep JT. I don't know if he's going to want more than that. And he declined to comment on it, which is not good.
Alec Bohm.
Gone. Traded. I would try to get something for him. I know we've heard it in the past, but rumors are rumors. I just think, are you going to want to pay him too? You're already going to be paying everybody else. I just think that might end up being a hefty price for a guy that doesn't hit a ton of home runs.
Nick Castellanos.
Bye. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just think about this. His playing time is diminished. He's only got 1 year left on his contract. If you could trade him, you trade him. You're going to be eating some of that money one way or the other. I don't think he's back.
Ranger Suarez.
Numbers game. I'm going to say no. I mean, look, you got Luzardo going into his second year of arbitration. Nola is signed. Wheeler is signed, but you don't know when he's coming back, but he's going to be back at some point. So that's what, 3? Christopher Sanchez is automatically here. He's signed. That's 4. Haven't we heard about Andrew Painter at some point? So where's he going to fit? I just don't think there's room for Ranger, and I think he's going to bring home a Brinks truck wherever he goes. So just one of those things where I think the price tag might be too high and too much for the Phillies.
Brandon Marsh.
Bye. Brandon's, this is going to sound bad. I think, hey, great comeback this year. Really good in the regular season, not good in the postseason. He's not an everyday player. So if you're going to keep him, I think he's a bench player. They need to revamp the outfield, period. That's my bottom line. I think they need to revamp the outfield.
Okay, 2 more. Jose Alvarado.
I wouldn't. I think he let you down this year. To me, that's a proven point. How do you count on somebody that does that to you? I mean, I think he's got a great arm. I think he might have been an issue for the Phillies because he wasn't here. Do I think the Phillies do sign him? I do. I think they bring him back. But I wouldn't. I think they with obviously with Duran in the back end of the bullpen, you re-signed Strom, so that's a lefty. You got to wonder if they did that purposefully or not. So, no Alvarado.
And then finally, Dave Dombrowski.
I think it's going to be up to Dave. Somebody has to make these moves, and I think if moves are going to be made, he's probably the best guy to make moves. You bring in a new GM, how is he going to react to this? You need somebody that's kind of been in the thick of it, that has seen things from start to finish. And I'm not going to lie to you. We're taping this on Friday afternoon, and I'm going to say this: I can't wait to hear his media availability. I want to know what he has to say. I want to hear what he has to say, without any crap involved. That's what I want to hear. The truth.
Okay, and then final question. Usually I'd get a guest to ask you a question. I didn't get anyone to do that today, so I'm just going to ask you, has anyone pissed you off while you've been driving lately?
Yeah. You know what pissed me off? The construction workers. This was Thursday. I had to drive down 476. So I'm going 476 south, and I'm coming from like 76. So it's 16 miles. 2 miles in, there's construction 9 miles away. I had to go 9 miles going about 5 miles an hour the whole time. I get there, and nobody's doing anything. They're all in their trucks. There are people, I could hear a guy yelling in front of me, way to work, waving his arms at him. I don't like that. If you're going to be out there doing something, do it. You know what I mean? I don't need construction in the middle of the day on a major highway either. Do that at night. And trust me, I drive home at night. They're constantly, quote unquote, working at night too. Yeah, so people piss me off all the time. Another guy, and this has happened before, throwing the cigarettes out the window, caught me right on the windshield the other day. Why? You know what? Eat it. How's that? Eat it. All right, this is Ricky Reacts. I want you to like and subscribe over here. I want you to catch myself, Savannah Keller, Bill Colarulo on Unfiltered, 2 to 6 Monday through Friday on 97.5 Fanatic, 97.5 Fanatic.com, and NBC Sports Philadelphia. React! Thanks for watching Unfiltered on YouTube. You could like and subscribe down here. You could also see our other shows over here. Go ahead and watch them all. We love when you watch. The one thing, hey, you could also catch us on 97.5 The Fanatic, 97.5thefanatic.com, and NBC Sports Philadelphia. See you there.